right, guys. So this is our last video in the first time home buyer seminar. Whew, my legs are hurting sitting in this bed for this long. This is the best place for me to film because, of course, my kids are here in the living room, in their rooms. So I'm sitting in my bed filming, which is like, great backdrop, right? Anyway, so the home buying process, that is video number 6. So we've talked about some of this in the previous videos, but the number one step, number uno, to start the home buying process is call your realtor. Give us a call. Let us know you're thinking about buying a home, you're dreaming about buying a home, whatever. Just let us know. Let us put you in the right direction to start the process. Number 2, get pre-approved. When you talk to your realtor and they get you in touch with a loan officer that matches up with you best, part of their team, the ones that can make the transaction go the smoothest, get pre-approved. Get pre-approved. That is like huge because so many times, not as much anymore because I make sure my people are pre-approved. But when I first started, and even a couple of years ago, I wasn't making sure everybody was pre-approved. We would go into a house. They would fall in love with the house. Everything about it was perfect. Everything about it was perfect. You don't get those houses very much, but this would happen. We would go in. They would take the night to decide. They would call me the next day, and they would say, all right, that's the house. I want that house. What do I need to do? And I would say, well, you need to get pre-approved. They would, okay, well, I'll call the lender today. Okay, call the lender. They would call the lender. The lender would say, well, it's Tuesday. I don't have my first appointment open until Thursday, and I really want you to come in and meet with me to talk about the process. They'd say, okay, we're going to meet you on Thursday. Well, then on Thursday, they would go in. They would get pre-approved. I wouldn't get anything until Friday or even the next Monday about their pre-approval. We would go to make an offer on the house, and it was already under contract because those people that had seen it on Monday made an offer because they were already pre-approved. So you don't want to lose your dream home. Get pre-approved. That's step number 2. Step number 1, choose your realtor. Step number 2, get pre-approved. Step number 3, save money. Save money. Right now, it's more important than ever for you to save money. During the process, even whenever you get started in the process, save money. Don't go buy all the new furniture. Don't go buy all the new stupid appliances. Don't go buy anything that is not necessary. Save money. Determine the house type that you want. Do you want a ranch? Do you want a traditional? Do you want 3 bedrooms, 4 bedrooms, 6 bedrooms, 4 baths? I don't know. Determine the type of house that you want. Don't buy a house that's too big for you. That's coming from a realtor, y'all. That's taking money out of my pocket, essentially, saying that. Don't buy a house that's too big for you. Don't spend too much money. If a lender tells you that you're approved for $250,000, and you're a 20-year-old or single dude, why? Why do you want a $250,000 house? You don't need that house. I tell all my first-time home buyers, get the house you need. Get the house you need. You got 2 kids, you got 2 on the way, whatever. Fit your needs. You don't need a bazillion-dollar house if it's not your forever home. Now, I'm only going to tell you that once because you got to use your own common sense. If you want a house that is way too big for you, hey, that's you. If you can pay for it, go for it. Go for it. I just don't want to put you in something you can afford. Number 5, once you determine the style of house you want, start scheduling showings with your realtor. Your realtor will set those up for you and start scheduling showings. Number 6, use your best judgment and listen to your realtor. Y'all, I'm going to have to move this computer for a minute. Oh, sitting here is killing me. Okay. Use your best judgment and talk to your realtor and decide what kind of offer to make. Hopefully your realtor is going to help you with that and help you understand what a good offer is and what a bad offer is. Number 7, make an offer. Number 8, realtor, once you get under contract, the realtor will send that contract to your loan officer. Your loan officer is going to be doing all kinds of stuff over here in the back. Your realtor is going to be doing all kinds of stuff. Y'all, I got to move. I got to move my leg. Okay. Whew. I feel much better now. I was sitting, sorry, my camera's all messed up. I was sitting Indian style that whole time. It's been almost an hour. Realtor's going to send your contract to your loan officer, and the process will officially be started. Hopefully your loan officer will lock you a good rate so that you get the best for your money. Next, step 9, along with your realtor, you're going to schedule your home inspection and your termite inspection. In the background over here, your loan officer is going to be scheduling your appraisal. So home inspections, you pay for out of pocket. Highly recommend them on any house, even new construction. You're looking at about $350 to $450 for a home inspection. They're going to come back with about 40 pages of stuff that's wrong with the house. I advise my buyers to look over the home inspection, look at the most serious things, the things that you cannot live with unless it is fixed. Those are the items you ask for to be repaired. I highly recommend not going through the entire thing and picking out every little thing. Number 1, no house is perfect. Brand new construction houses are not perfect. Number 2, the sellers will flip out. If you walked through that house, looked at that house, and made an offer, and then in your inspection request every single little thing, such as a new light switch plate that costs 46 cents at Lowe's, sellers are going to flip out because you saw that light switch plate, or maybe you didn't see it, but it's 46 cents. Do you really want to risk your deal over something so little? There's lots of things like that. Y'all, home inspectors have to find everything. So it's going to be 40-something pages of things that's wrong with that house. But you have to use your judgment, good judgment, ask your realtor for help if you need help, and choose the things that you want to ask for that you're not comfortable unless they get fixed. Continue to work closely with your loan officer and stay in touch with them, getting them any documents or papers that they might need to proceed with your loan. Do not take your time on this. Get them what they need. The government, like if you're getting an FHA or rural housing loan, they gonna make it last as long as they can anyways. Don't extend the process anymore by not getting them the paperwork that they need. Okay? Just don't, because it sucks. After everything is done, termite inspection, home inspection, appraisal. Appraisal is where the bank hires an appraisal management company who sends an appraiser out to the house. A lot of those you do have to pay for out of pocket during the process, which is about another $600. So during the process of a home loan, you're looking at paying an appraiser, home inspector, termite inspector. That can be anywhere from $800 to $1,100 probably to pay for all of those. So that's another reason you have some money saved, because that is the money that you will pay out during the process. You will also have to have an earnest money saved up to pay. Most people pay $500 or $1,000 earnest money. Earnest money is a good faith deposit. That's like saying, I've got some skin in the game. I really want this house. Here's my earnest deposit. That is given at time of contract. So you turn in the offer, and y'all, if y'all can hear my kids' TV in the living room, I'm sorry. They're playing it really loud. But once the offer is given and it is accepted by the sellers, then you will pay the earnest money, and it's payable by check or cashier's check and the reason I say that is because we have taken them by cash in the past. It always turns out that a lot of the lenders, underwriters at the lenders need to be able to trace that, and they need to cancel check or something like that. So it's just tougher whenever you pay in cash. So we always want to try to take a check or a certified check. So you will pay that to the real estate company who has the listing. And that comes out of your checking account within 3 business days of when you go under contract. It does go towards your total price of the house. So if you're paying $100,000 for a house and you give $1,000 earnest money, you now only have to come up with that $99,000 to pay for the house, except for your closing costs. Closing costs are a whole nother ballgame. A lot of lenders' closing costs are going to be anywhere from $3,500 to $8,000. And that could be paying down points so that your mortgage is not as expensive. That could just be their closing costs. That's going to pay the attorneys. That's going to pay the lender. That's going to pay your loan officer. That's going to pay the title, like the title clerk. That's going to pay all different, that pays to write your deed and have your deed recorded. So there's a lot of stuff that goes into it. Pays your first year's home insurance. It pays your first year taxes. A lot of stuff goes into closing costs. So a lot of our first-time home buyers do ask the sellers to pay closing costs for them up to a certain amount. That has been pretty common the past 6 years, more common in the past 3 years. I see that changing a little bit because the market is shifting. I believe that we're moving more towards, once this is all over and the rates level out, I believe we're moving probably more towards a buyer's market. We haven't shifted in several years, and it's time for a shift. So honestly, I believe it's moving more towards a buyer's market, which is good for you guys. But it means that probably more sellers are going to reject paying closing costs because they can't afford to, because you've negotiated them down as far as they can come. So once all that process is done, the home inspection, sorry, I got off on a tangent there. Home inspection, appraisal, termite inspection, the loan officer's gotten everything that they need, all of that process is done. You will then do a final walkthrough with your realtor. Basically, you're walking through the house to make sure that the sellers haven't torn it up, the roof hasn't caved in, the window hasn't been knocked out, anything hasn't been torn up since the first time that you looked at it 30, 45, or 60 days ago. So you're going to do a final walkthrough to make sure everything looks okay. Then you're going to go to closing. Scheduling the closing. When you go to closing, right now, you do not, I wouldn't be able to come because they're not allowing us to. But typically at closing, you have the title company, which are attorneys. You have your loan officer and you have your agent there. And then the seller and their agent will be there. So you typically get keys at closing unless you've negotiated that sometime in there to give the sellers more time to move out. You typically get keys to the house at closing. That has changed. Years ago, it was 30 days possession, which meant you closed on a house. You did not get possession of that house until 30 days later. That has changed completely. And now 95% of the time, my buyers get keys at closing. Nobody wants to be paying for a house for a month that somebody else is living in. So keys at closing. Yeah, so that's the final step, is to go to closing and get your keys, sign the paperwork. So thank you guys so much for watching these videos. Hopefully they are helpful and hopefully you learned some things. If you have any questions, feel free to message me. I would love to answer questions, anything you want to know about the buying process, anything you want to know about real estate right now during this pandemic. just shoot me a message and I would love to answer it because I'm doing a lot of staying at home like I'm supposed to. Peace out.